Hey everyone, welcome back to Financial Fix with Charnella. So today I want to talk about the struggles that millennials are going through today, the financial struggles. I read this article a couple of weeks ago, and it's by Melissa Fleur Offsharp. And the title of the article is Millennials Reveal Shocking Truth About Their Finances, Unsustainable. So in this article, it outlines the financial difficulties that millennials are facing today. So you do what you've been taught. You go to college, you pay all of this money to acquire a higher education, but when you come out of school, you're not being paid exactly what you think you're worth. You've got a mountain of debt, school debt, that you now have to pay off. You're not earning as much money as you thought you'd earn. The cost of living is sky high. Rent is through the roof. Food costs are through the roof. Utility costs are high. Car fuel is high. Everything today is so much higher than it was in the past. Yeah, so a lot of millennials today are facing also the pressure to keep up with what we say the Joneses, keeping up with the Joneses. In this article, it outlines the fact that social media fuels a culture of comparison and the pressure to keep up with perceived lifestyles, which can drive impulse purchases and lifestyle inflation. So, in other words, a lot of the young people are looking at what they think other people have, or what other people are presenting on social media. Oftentimes on social media, it's you're being, I would say, pressured to keep up with the lifestyles of people who are perceived to be wealthy. So you're encouraged to buy things that you really can't afford because you see maybe someone that you are following or someone that you admire is living this lavish lifestyle. The thing is this: if they're living a lavish lifestyle and they're flaunting the things that they have, and they're not telling you how you too can earn an income to be able to buy the flashy things that they're buying or drive the flashy cars that they're driving, are they really worth watching? Are they really worth following? Don't you want to follow someone who's going to sympathize with the position that you're in and try to help you solve that problem, not make the problem worse? So with the millennials today, let's see here. They no longer have the pensions that my parents were privy to because companies are no longer offering pensions, most of them. There's only a select few companies still or organizations that offer pensions for their employees when they retire. Social Security, we've been hearing for years, is running thin. So who knows? In my generation, Generation X, maybe we'll have Social Security, maybe we won't. But you look at the millennials. Will they have Social Security? Maybe not. Their two retirement options may be completely gone out the window. So they're looking at the fact that they can hardly afford to live today, let alone save and invest for their future. So the future for them, even their present day, is looking pretty glum. And a lot of them have reported homelessness. And so they're having to move back home because they can't afford the high rents, plus all of their debts, not just credit card debt, but school debt as well. So they have all of these factors working against them, making it difficult for them to just keep their head above water, let alone prepare for their financial future and develop wealth. Well, I'm here to tell you that your future is not as glum as you think it is. You just haven't figured out the right plan and the right process to get to where you want to go. Now, I do advocate that young people and, middle-aged people, if it comes to that, if you have a home environment in which you can return home so that you can put a plan in place to get your your finances together and become financially healthy, I definitely recommend you do that. Get rid of the high rent. Don't buy a brand new vehicle, buy a used vehicle. Let's stop the wayward spending, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to buy the latest stylish purses and shoes and all these other things that don't matter. Let's find a way to build wealth by creating multiple streams of income. What are your skills? What are your untapped skills that you could use to monetize, to make a second or even a third income? Because in today's society, that's what you need. I have 5 income streams. If I wanted to go back to work in healthcare, I can do that and make 6 figures. I'm also a real estate agent. I can help people buy and sell homes. I'm also a real estate investor, so I can flip homes. I don't ever want to become a landlord again. That's just my personal choice. I just don't like it. But I can also continue with private money lending. That's number 4. I'm also a motivational speaker, a financial coach. I coach people out of terrible financial situations, and I put them on the path to financial wealth. In addition to that, I wrote a book. So I can sell my book as well and earn an income from that. So whatever your skills are, you're going to have to monetize those skills. Gone are the days when you can just work a single job and that job covers all of your expenses and your debts and help you save for the future. Unfortunately, you don't have that luxury, the millennials. And Generation Z, I'm not sure where we're headed. Generation Z is the age, 13 to 28. It's really tough out there for you guys, but it's not impossible. As I've mentioned before, I'm a financial coach. I help people put a plan together so that they can have a better, brighter financial future. You may think that your situation is hopeless, but it isn't necessarily. Maybe there's just a few things that you haven't thought of that you can do that with a little bit of coaching, you can figure it out and you can get on the path to wealth. So let's stop focusing on what you don't have and let's start focusing on what your skills are. How can you improve yourself such that maybe the job that you currently have, you can get a promotion? Or maybe you're just not with the right company. Maybe there's another company out there that will value your skills more than the company that you're currently working for. Maybe in some cases you do need to return back to school and you're going to have to get a little bit, you may have to accumulate a little bit more debt if in your particular situation you need to go back to school. But make sure that going back to school is going to improve your financial situation in the way that you think it will. Don't just listen to your counselors telling you, oh, get this degree, go ahead and get a master's or, a doctorate here. Investigate. Find out if you go in this career path, what can you realistically expect? Call some of those companies that after graduation, you'd be applying for a job for. Investigate and figure out how much they're paying their employees. If you can, find some people that work there and ask them, are you comfortable with your employer? Do they value you? Are you getting paid what you think you're worth? So I'm here to tell you, although some of you may feel that your future or even that your current situation is bleak, I'm here to tell you that there is always hope. You just need to find the right plan and go in the right direction and make the right moves to get to where you want to be. So for all of you out there, if you enjoy my content, continue to watch, because not only am I going to continue to bring you inspirational, motivational material, but I'm also going to give you financial tips on how to improve your financial situation. And I'm also going to have guest speakers that will talk about different investment options that for those of you who are ready to invest, but you don't know where to invest or what you should invest in, that might give you some additional information on where you will put your hard-earned dollars so that they can continue to work for you and help you acquire the wealth that you desire. Thank you for watching Financial Fix with Charnella, and I will see you on the next episode. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. See you on the next episode.